Many hospitality properties collapse simply because they fail to set up a good business operations manual. It doesn't matter the size of your property, a good operations manual will reduce human error and inform everyone precisely what they need to do, who they are responsible to, and who they are responsible for. It makes it easier to train new employees, saves time, makes your business more scalable, reduces your liability risks, and adds market value to your property. Here's a look back at one of our most popular posts, Operations Manual for Hospitality Properties. In this edition, I'm going to share how to set up an operations manual so your hospitality property will run like a well-oiled machine. And this will be based on the best practices we have seen during hundreds and hundreds of hospitality property visits and inspections. Welcome to another edition of Hospitality Property School. I am your instructor, Jerry McPherson. In the past, we have looked at hospitality properties' organizational structure, determining what duties are necessary to operate your property, assigning responsibility, and creating complete checklist of what is required to complete each responsibility. It's these checklists that will become your business's operation manual. In this podcast, I will look at the operation manual itself. When your operations manual is complete, it will contain a series of organized checklists divided into categories. For example, housekeeping, customer service, breakfasts, accounting, maintenance, and on and on and on. Each checklist needs to detail the specific steps each housekeeper, front desk agent, maintenance person, accountant, etc. must take to do their task in the right order. The checklist needs to cover every detail, with drawings when required, and a place to check as each detail is completed. At the bottom of the checklist, a place for a signature confirming everything is done. Now, you might have some employees who do not like the idea of being monitored like this. I've heard some say they felt like children. Have you ever gone to a grocery store knowing you had to pick up 3 items, get to the store, and only remember 2 of the items? If you had a checklist, this would not be a problem. If you run into this problem with employees not wanting to change, ask them how they would feel next time they jumped on a flight and found out the pilot did not do a pre-flight check, or the next time their car was safety inspected and the mechanic just looked at it and said, "Yeah, it looks fine to me," without looking under the hood. Or when your child was in to see the doctor and the doctor just touched their head and said, "Perfectly healthy." You might be a little concerned. Well, you might say, these are very important, and of course they should do more checking. Well, your business is very important, and employees with good work ethic are very important to your business. With a system like this in place, even a brand new employee would not require weeks or even days of training and monitoring. Instead, they would be consistently working your business the way you designed, like a pro, in no time. Do you like consistency in your favorite restaurant, hair salon, or coffee shop? So you might ask, what should I have a checklist for? The simple answer? Everything. When to turn on the outdoor lights, how much fruit should be in the bowl at reception and what it should look like, what bills have to be paid and when, what items are to be recycled, how the towels should be folded. You get the idea. Everything should have a checklist with diagrams. If you have this system in place and work it properly, there will rarely be any errors. It works. Your operations manual will be worth its weight in gold, but it does not mean that it's set in stone. It has to be treated like a living, breathing entity. If you or your employees find a better way to do something, change it. The only guideline you should have about your operations manual is that any criticism has to be constructive and with an alternative option. Does this make sense so far? Let me know with a yes or a no in the comment section below. This material could vary a bit from property to property, but the frame or structure I'm going to share with you is universal. It should include the following: your company history, the vision, the organization, products and services, your policies, position statements, and systems. That's how everything is done. Statistically, 9 out of every 10 businesses fail within the first 5 years. 75% of franchises succeed. This is why you should not look at your property as an independent business, but as a franchise. The major component of every successful franchise is their operations manual. If you are a small independent hotel, inn, bed and breakfast, or resort, the chances of you succeeding increase dramatically if you take the time to develop an operations manual. As I mentioned in the last podcast, your operations manual should be treated like a living, breathing entity and can be amended accordingly as trial and error findings are made. When designing and putting together your manual, in the back of your mind you should always have this thought: can I open up a second location with this manual model and not have any problems? Can I open up 10 locations with this manual model and not have any problems? Can I open up 1,000 locations with this manual model and not have any problems? Your goal must be to develop the best working system of the model, and when it's complete, your system must work like clockwork. So what should go in your operations model? As I said before, everything. You should include things like information about your site and location, training procedures, your property setup, supply and inventory, your staff's uniforms, personnel, and that would include responsibilities like the organizational chart, your perfect employee profiles, what you would want, job descriptions, obviously, interview procedure, communicating and personal policies, employee discipline, what you would do. You must have a section in there for daily operating procedures, the day-to-day operation, how to handle customer complaints, if you're a B&B or have a restaurant on site, how meal preparation procedures would work, and that would be like the prepping procedures, setting up your stations, consistent recipes, maintaining inventory, dishwashing, sanitation procedures, all that. You should have a section on inventory management, on operational and financial reporting, required cleaning and maintenance. This is one that slipped quite a bit. This would be your daily, weekly, and monthly cleaning and maintenance schedules, safety procedures, sales procedures, marketing. Now, after seeing some of this, some of you might be thinking, whoa, Jerry, you're killing me. I only have a small operation. Let me remind you of the statistics I shared with you at the beginning of our podcast. 9 out of 10 businesses fail within the first 5 years. 75% of businesses using an operation manual model succeed. Okay, you've got your organizational structure in place, and everybody knows their responsibilities, their duties, and how to perform them step by step. This process is not going to happen overnight. But with the help of your employees, you are going to design and produce an operation manual for your hospitality property that will be invaluable. Now you have to ask yourself, when it's complete, will the concept, my operation manual, be saleable? And then you have to ask, will I be able to clone it? And if so, will it provide good returns? Yes, I want you to look at your business as a product, and this is a product you want to sell. No, I'm not telling you you have to go out and sell your hotel or inn or bed and breakfast or resort, but for you to know for sure that your operation procedure, your operation manual works, you have to change your mindset and look at your hospitality property as a product. If you would like to learn more tips and techniques for operating a hospitality property, I highly recommend you join our 6-day challenge. Whether you are operating a one-room bed and breakfast or a 500-room luxury hotel, there is always something you can learn. And this 6-day challenge will take you step by step through the process of operating a successful hospitality property. And it's 100% free. You can sign up below. If you like this video, let me know in the comments section below your thoughts and if you're going to implement any of these procedures. If you know somebody who might benefit from this video, please feel free to share it. And make sure to hit the like button or dislike button if you didn't like it. I appreciate the feedback. Be sure to subscribe and hit the little bell to be notified when I upload a new video. Thank you so much for your attention, and let's continue to work together to put heads in your beds. Until next time, have a fun day.